Hello and welcome to our April newsletter. This is Eva Schoeneike coming right at you from my London studio. Things are a little bit different this month. I thought in the current circumstances, it is maybe best to come to you with a video message, which I normally don't do. We normally send you the written newsletter, but I thought let me speak to you directly and take it from there, because I think it's sometimes you have to adapt depending on the circumstances, and I think now it's time for me to speak to you in a more direct way. Maybe I don't know how you feel about that. I am not scripting this. I am not editing this. I'm going to come straight at you. I actually recorded a message earlier, but then my friend's son called halfway through the message sending me a house party request, so I had to stop it and I'm starting all over again. So let's forget about this. It will not be scripted or not edited. It's straight at you, so please forgive me any stumbles or ms and ums, because I don't really know what I'm saying. Sorry, but I have a little piece of paper with some notes on there, what I want to say, that I won't lose kind of the flow of things. So as we all know, life is changing drastically at the moment. The whole world is on lockdown, or not all the whole world, but many countries are on lockdown, and we all have to rethink on how our life is continuing, not just our business life, our work life, but also our personal life. I think it's a quite challenging time, but I always think there are a lot of positive elements in these times, when everything comes to a slowdown or a standstill, and when we really have to engage with each other and with us individually, engage with our fears, engage with our anxiety, but also engage with everything we wish for and what we really want to do in life. So I think it's a interesting and challenging time. Obviously, the most important thing is for everyone to stay safe and healthy, but I think take this time to think about what you really want to do. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm obviously happy running my business and everything, but I think changes will come and things will change. It will not necessarily go back to how they were previously. So I'm looking into this. I'm actually quite excited about this new phase in my life, and I think in many other people's life as well. For the time being, business is going on as usual. We are operating, we're sending out orders, we're replying to emails. I'm saying I am. Unfortunately, I had to let my staff work from home for now until things are safe for them to come to the office again. I don't want to put anyone at risk, but that's at the time being. I mean, Ayana is working from home, doing her stuff, so that's all fine. I feel that everything will be okay. Everything will be absolutely fine by the time we've come through that. But in terms of COVID-19 measurements, obviously we had to take measurements, especially as we're working with a lot of external companies, such as our courier services, DHL, UPS, but also with our manufacturers and suppliers. So I've written a little kind of outline below of the measurements we're taking, so that you all can stay reassured that everything will be okay. I have a new collection, or let's say I had a new collection, which was supposed to launch for our trade customers next week, and for our consumers in early May, with planning a photo shoot and everything. Unfortunately, that is not happening for the time being, because I am incorporating some beautiful hand woven fabrics into the collection, which was commissioned to be done in Nigeria. And I also got some beautiful pottery with our designs made in Nigeria. The products are all still in Nigeria, as I can't get them into the country at the moment. They were supposed to come last week, I think the last week or the week before last week, but unfortunately the person who was supposed to bring them had to cancel their flight. So we will see. You know what, I take it as it wasn't meant to be to happen at that stage, and it will happen at a later stage when the time is right. I myself am supposed to go to Lagos in May, and I'm saying supposed to because at the moment we don't know what's going to happen. If it's safe, I will go. If it's not safe, then it will have to be postponed as well. But again, I just take it as it comes, and whatever is meant to be will be totally relaxed about that. not so good news. Unfortunately, I'll keep it very short. From as of 1st of April, we are not allowed to share our press content, our visual press content with the public, with anyone anymore. I got an email about this time a year ago from a government licensing agency who said that you need a license in order to publish press content. I had about 10 years of press content on my website, on social media, and got presented with a hefty bill. And I mean a hefty bill. I then decided to keep the license going for 1 year because, I felt like I really want, to the world to see where we've been featured, but came to a conclusion that 1 year has been enough. I've spoken to my colleagues, friends who have similar business than I do, and they were like, no way, it's a lot of money and we're not prepared to pay that amount. I feel quite sad about that, to be honest with you, because I feel that especially for a small or medium-sized business, press features are bread and butter, because sometimes people judge you by where you've been featured or how the kind of press sees you. So it's a really, really great way of communicating with the world of what you've achieved or how you've seen. And if you're not allowed to do that, you have to pay a major big lump sum of money in order to share that, then I think it's bad. I feel really actually negative about it, but you know what, it is what it is. You can't change it. So from now on, no more press features, but I will still obviously inform you, or if you've been featured somewhere, then you can find out by yourself, or look it up by yourself. But unfortunately, we can't share the actual images anymore. Coming to the blog, I've got a great new blog article for you about the my top 7 African inspired hotels around the world. I love African design, I love interior design, so what better way of bringing it all together? You find the article with the link to our blog post below. We actually found so many amazing hotels all over the world that we will bring this feature to you in 2 parts. Part 1 is out now, and part 2 will launch later on in the year. Again, in these difficult times, sometimes you just want to sit back and relax. So I thought I also share my 3 top podcasts with you this month. Have a look below if you want to sometimes just sit down and relax and reflect a bit. And I'm looking at a podcast which is inspirational, which I find very inspirational, but also at a podcast from a business point of view and from a kind of female entrepreneur point of view. So have a look below. There's some great podcast idea. And also, as you know, I love art. I love art galleries. I've grown up with art around me, and at the moment we're obviously prohibited from going to any exhibitions, to any galleries, but there's a lot of great online stuff out there where you can look at galleries online all around the world again, which is great because you can access places which you would potentially never be able to go to. So I'll leave a link for you below with my favorite online galleries where you can get inspiration, relaxation, and just a little bit of joy in these otherwise sometimes so draining times. That's it for me. I think the most important thing is to stay safe, stay well, and stay at home. Use your time wisely to do the things that you normally never thought you could do or would do, and just do it. That's one of my kind of mantras. Just do it, and you will realize how great it will be if you just sometimes overcome your fears and do what you want. And obviously, don't forget to live colorfully. Wishing you a great April. Stay safe and see you soon. Bye.